All right, so just a hypothetical question for you guys. Would you be upset if you signed up for something that you got value from, but then realized that you ended up leaving $250 on the table? How are you guys doing today? My name is Apple, and today we are filling in the financial gap between schools and the real world. And today I'm sharing a little story with you guys about what happened to me yesterday and how at first I lost $250. I was pretty bummed, but then I actually ended up netting a gain of $325 all in the span of yesterday. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's got some learning lessons in it, so stuff that I did that I would recommend you do, stuff that I did that I would recommend you do not do, and stuff that I didn't do that I'm like, wow, I really should have done that. And I wanted to share that with you guys so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. And just a quick disclaimer, yes, this was completely my fault, but I think it will still serve as a learning experience, which is why I want to share with you guys. And I know this stuff in here is completely my fault, so be sure to put me on blast in the comment section below about all the mistakes that I made here. All right, so let's just start off with what happened. So there are two main things that contributed to me losing this $250. The first one has to do with the Fidelity Visa Signature Card that I recently applied and got approved for, and that I talked about in my What's in My Wallet video for this month. So with this card, there was a $100 sign-up bonus that I was under the impression that I was going to get because I saw this bonus listed online when I was researching this card. But when I did decide to go through with applying for this card, I did not actually apply through said website where I saw the offer. I just applied through Fidelity's general credit card website. Now, this can be an easily made confusion for people, so I just want to share with you guys a screenshot of how somebody could actually make this confusion. So when you Google the words Fidelity Visa Signature, the first thing that's going to come up is going to be an ad. It's going to be an ad for fidelity.com/rewards bonus. And the second result is going to be not an ad, and it's going to be a result for the website fidelityrewards.com. So when I was doing my research, I saw that first link, clicked through there, and saw this page where it listed the sign-up bonus and all this good stuff about how I would get $100 if I spent $1,000 in the first 90 days of using this card, which was perfectly within my normal spending habits. I could easily make that happen without having to make any adjustments, spend any extra money. Perfect. So I was like, okay, this is a great card. I'll get 2% cash back everywhere. Get this $100 sign-up bonus rather. But what I did is I saw that first link and signed up through the second one. So I thought I was going to still be eligible for the bonus because I had read the fine print in the first page, nothing listed about having to sign up through that link exclusively, but was I wrong? So what I did was right when I signed up for the card, right when I got approved, I called through to Card Member Services just to verify and confirm that I had this offer applied to my account. Just wanted to make sure that it had gone through, that I was still going to be eligible for this bonus, because that was one of the main reasons why I signed up for this card, was to get that $100 sign-up bonus. And just a quick note here, when you're talking to Card Member Services, customer service, anybody, I personally have a background in customer service. I've been working in customer service for like 5 years now. So when you talk to these people, treat them like human beings, ask them how their day is going, just interact with them with some common decency. And I mean, shocker, when you treat them like human beings, they're actually going to be more inclined to help you out rather than less inclined. So when you treat these people decently, they're going to be more inclined to help you out. They're not just going to be focused on getting you off the line as quickly as possible. They're actually going to want to help you solve your problems, which is a really good thing just to keep in mind whenever you're talking to any customer service representative. Essentially, what I got out of this first interaction with Card Member Services is they said they'd send me a letter with whether or not I was eligible for this offer. I was like, okay, don't really know why that's necessary, but sure, send me a letter, that's fine. So I wait a couple days, I get this letter in the mail, and this letter says, "We have received your inquiry regarding a different enrollment offer. Regrettably, we are unable to process your request without further verification of the promotional offer in question. For further review, please submit a front and back copy of this offer via fax," and they give me a fax number to send that to. So I was like, fine, I will just fax it to you. That sounds great. I'm glad we can get this resolved. They just want to see proof of this offer. So what I do is I go again to that first Google search results, and I go to that page, I just screenshot it, and then I fax it over to their number. I include the fine print, everything, just screenshot the whole page. It's like 3 pages long, whatever. So I do that, and I faxed them the offer, and then they told me that they sent me a second letter. All right, so they sent me a second letter, and what's in this second letter is it says, we received your request to apply a different promotional offer to your current account. We will review your account for a period of 120 days, blah, blah, blah. And then they say generic offers such as those available on websites, magazine ads, or flyers, as well as any offers originally sent to people other than the account holder are not eligible to be reviewed. We apologize for any convenience or inconvenience. So essentially what they say is because this offer was not specifically targeted to me, because it was just a general offer that was available to everybody, I wasn't eligible for it because I didn't apply through that specific link. And up to this point, I had been on multiple phone calls with card member services, just going back and forth about my situation, just asking if there's anything they could do for me. And I'd spent cumulatively so far about an hour and a half on hold. So I got this result and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. I think there's something they can do for me because, I mean, just it seems so silly that by clicking on the second Google result and signing up through the second Google result instead of the first one, I wouldn't be eligible for this sign-up bonus. I was like, it's an offer that's available to everybody. Just because I messed up and clicked on the second apply now button. Honestly, these two websites almost identical. They both have the same blue apply now button, and by clicking on one blue apply now button instead of the other, I wasn't eligible for this order. So I thought that was just silly. So I called them up again, and this time what they directed me to do was to call my Fidelity rep. So they said, all right, there's nothing really we can do, but maybe a Fidelity rep can get you a nice offer, can get you something that would help you get something out of this instead of just going away empty-handed. So I was like, fine, that sounds great. I'll talk to a Fidelity rep. Sounds like a plan. So I did that, called in to my rep, and this dude was great. He was so much better than anybody I had interacted with before on all these card member services calls. And he basically told me that what they do with this card is they outsource all of their stuff to Elon Financial. So I had been interacting with Elon Financial and not Fidelity, which is great because I've had great experiences with Fidelity up to this point. I've been a loyal customer, had a Roth IRA with them for about a year now. And I've just had great experience with Fidelity. So I was really happy that this wasn't reflective of how Fidelity treats their customers. This is sort of on Elon Financial's end. What they were doing with regard to this offer. So I was talking to my Fidelity rep, and he was really advocating for me. He got on with Elon Financial, and he basically had me on hold for like 40 minutes while he tried to go through that same exact process that I had been going through over the last like week and a half. With Elon Financial, he was trying to expedite it because he was a Fidelity rep. He was able to get through some of these hoops a lot faster than me. But he got through, and he was checking in with me like every 10 minutes, just being like, hey, I'm still here. I've just talked to like 3 more people. They put me on hold again. So he was just going to work for me and trying to get through to somebody who could give me some kind of answer other than, sorry, this was a generic offer, we can't apply it to you. I just wanted to get a little bit more closure here. I was kind of like, why does it really matter? Like, honestly, could I have just closed my account and opened a new one through this different link and gotten the bonus anyway? Like, is that what it's really coming down to? So eventually he gets back to me, he's apologizing, and he ends up giving me 15 free trades for my Roth IRA because I had been on hold for like almost an hour at that point. So that's worth like $75. Each trade is worth about $5. So he gave me about a $75 credit for my Roth IRA, which is great. I really appreciate that. He definitely didn't have to do that, but it was nice because I had been on hold for about an hour at that point. So he puts me through to an Elon supervisor, and this person is pretty stubborn with me. She really doesn't want to talk to me. She seems pretty put off that she's having to have this interaction with me. But I basically just tell her what's happened, and I basically just ask her like, okay, so this is what I've done. If I were to close my account right now and reapply it through this first link, would I be able to get that bonus? And essentially what she said to me at that point was, if you were approved for the card, you could get the bonus through that link. And at this point, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. Like, why does it matter that much? Is there really no way to apply this offer to my account where I sign up through your website instead of through your ad? Like, is there really no way to do that? And she was really just planning on not doing anything for me. She really just wanted to get me off the line. But I was persistent, and eventually she ended up giving me a $100 credit to my card. So essentially I got the bonus without having to do the minimum spend, which was, I mean, that was great. That was more than anything I could have imagined. I really just wanted the offer applied to my account so that I could go through with it and hit it through minimum spend. But she ended up just applying that $100 credit to my account immediately. So that was great. And again, I mean, that was completely my fault. I definitely should have signed up through the right link, but I think it was just ridiculous that because I had clicked on the second Google result instead of the first one, I wasn't eligible for that bonus that I had researched and looked into and read the fine print on. Okay, so that was the first thing. The second one has to do with a Chase savings account that I just opened. So in the first example with the Fidelity card, you could possibly argue my case there. You could maybe make a case that it was sort of ridiculous how one Google link versus the other one made the difference of that sign-up bonus. With this one, it's completely on me. I'm not gonna try to argue my case at all here. So basically what happened with my Chase savings account is I just signed up for a Chase savings account in order to start a relationship with Chase, because if you've seen my What's in My Wallet video, I'm trying to build a relationship with them and get some credit cards from them in the near future, specifically the Freedom and the Freedom Unlimited card. Those are my next two cards that I plan on applying for. So I thought, why not start building a relationship with Chase now before I apply for a credit card so I can have a better chance at that point and just feel out if I like Chase as a bank, as someone to get a credit card from in the future. So I was like, great, I'll just start building a relationship with Chase, and looked at their savings account, looked at their requirements, and I saw that if I kept at least $300 in that account, I would not be charged any fees, which was great. So what I did is I parked $301 in a Chase savings account and thought I was done with it. But then I was surfing through the credit card Reddit, which if you haven't been to the credit card Reddit before, it's pretty interesting. You definitely can learn a lot about credit cards there. There's a lot of like crazy stuff that people are doing with regard to credit cards, but I was on there and I found this offer. People were talking, there was this whole sub-thread about bank account churning. And basically what bank account churning is it's finding bank accounts that are offering sign-up bonuses. So a lot of banks will say like, okay, if you deposit, I don't know, $5,000 with us and you keep it here for 3 months, we will credit you $50 to your account if you're able to keep that money in that account for this period of time, because they want you to start building a relationship with them. They want you to just be like, all right, I have this much money here now, might as well just keep doing business with them and stuff like that. So essentially, I saw this offer for a Chase savings account, which I was like, whoa, just signed up for one of those a couple days ago. So what's this offer all about? And essentially the offer was if you park $10,000 in a Chase savings account within the first 10 business days of the account opening, they will actually credit $150 to your savings account. So I was like, great, that sounds like a fantastic thing, and I should totally get in on that because I just opened a Chase savings account. I can totally just put some more money in there, and that would be great. So I just quick check a calendar to see how many business days I'm at, and it's only been about 5. So I'm like, perfect, we're doing great. It's only been 5 business days. Let me just move over an additional like $9,700 from my original savings account to my Chase savings account. So that was great. I could do that. So I did that. And within about 2 days, I received this call from Chase saying that they needed to talk to me, that my account was suspended, and a bunch of stuff like that. So I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Why are they suspending my account? And I suspected it was because I had just moved a bunch more money into that account. They probably flagged it as being suspicious, like a lot of money going into an account that just opened within like the week. So I was like, okay, that's probably it. I called them back and we had a lot of back and forth actually. It took about 4 phone calls to get my account reactivated, and by that point it was really closing in on the 10-day mark. Actually, today is the 10th day. My account just got reopened yesterday, so we're gonna see if that money settles today. If it does, I'll be able to get that $150 bonus, which is part of my $325. But if not, then I'm not gonna be eligible for that, unfortunately, so I am gonna miss out on that $150 if that money is not able to settle today. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Hopefully it does settle and I can get that $150 in 90 days. But if not, then we're gonna just have that $175 from Fidelity. But throughout both of these experiences, I have really learned a whole lot in just the last 2 weeks. So I really wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I learned that you should do, that I did that you should do the same, and a couple things that I didn't do that would have made this whole process a whole lot smoother, and I would not have had to risk losing that whole $250 in the first place. All right, so the first 2 things to do the same that I did were, first thing you gotta do is you gotta confirm any offers you think you are getting right away. So this is what I did that I'm very grateful that I did with Fidelity, is I called them like a day or 2 after I got approved, and I just confirmed. I'm like, okay, so I signed up with the intention of getting this offer. I saw it online. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it because I saw it on your website. Can you just confirm this with me? And because of that, I was able to know that I was not eligible for this right away, and then I had to go and talk to a bunch more people. So I would definitely recommend you confirm anything you think you're eligible for, like right away, just so you can get on it at the beginning and not risk being like a week out and there being like, no, there's nothing we can do for you at this point. It's been too long since you got approved. So definitely do that right away. If you think you're getting an offer, definitely go confirm that either over the phone or in person is probably better. If you go to like a branch or something, and you can get an in-person confirmation of that order. And the second thing that I would recommend you did that I did was to advocate for yourself. So if I hadn't gotten on the phone with Fidelity for, upwards of probably 2.5 to 3 hours, I definitely would not have gotten credited that $175 both to my account and to my Roth IRA. But since I did advocate for myself and I was able to make my case and just sort of talk to them about why I felt this was ridiculous, they were able to work with me and get me that bonus anyways. But with this, don't be rude and don't lie. So I was not lying any of the time. I was just telling them what I had done, where I had signed up, the links that I had saw, the pages that I had been to. And I was just telling them all of this, laying out my case, and being completely not rude at all. Like, don't be rude with these people. Treat them like human beings, because they are human beings, and they're just trying to have a good day. Honestly, they're working in a call center, so it's probably not the most enjoyable work experience. So treat these people with some dignity. Just be a decent human being, guys. So those are the two things that I did that I would recommend you do, is confirm your offers and advocate for yourself. But the three things that I would recommend you do differently, things that I did not do, are, first one, if you see an offer you want, read the fine print and make sure you're signing up correctly. So like you saw with the Google search results, I think maybe I'm just like way off. Maybe other people are like, that's such a stupid mistake. Like, how could you ever make that mistake? That's so dumb. But I think that could be a pretty easy mistake for people to make, is to look at that first link, read about it, and then after they figure out they want that card, maybe a couple days later, they just hop over to Fidelity's website and sign up for the card there instead of going through Fidelity's specific ad. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but definitely make sure you're signing up correctly and that you know if you're eligible for this bonus to begin with. Next thing I would recommend is to sign up in branch to talk face-to-face about your offers and eligibility. So if you go into a branch, if you're talking to a real life person, there are going to be a lot less confusions that you have with any offers that you see online. So you're going to be able to talk with a real person who knows what's up, and they're going to be able to tell you, okay, you're eligible for this. What you have to do is do X, Y, and Z by this date, and you'll be eligible for this bonus. So it's a lot easier to do it in branch. They also might have more specific in-branch offers as well. So I would definitely recommend going the in-branch route rather than just doing everything online, because again, it's easier to get confused and it's easier to just make mistakes when you don't have somebody that's actually telling you what you actually need to do, when you might be misinterpreting something you read online. And lastly, before you sign up for anything, look into all of the offers that are available online. So I did not do this, but now I know that there are Reddit communities that do post all of these different offers for savings accounts, checking accounts, credit cards. So if you're ever in need of a savings account, checking account, or credit card, hop on over to, the places that I would recommend are Churning or Bank Churning on Reddit to see the latest credit card, savings account, checking account deals and bonuses that you could get if you need to sign up for one of these products anyways. I figured might as well do it through one of these special programs and get some credit to your account in the process. If it's something you were going to be doing anyway, might as well take the free money and not just leave any free money on the table. That is my philosophy here, at least. Let me know in the comments below if you have different opinions on that. But lastly, I would just say read the fine print for eligibility and fees, because you got to know what you're getting into, what you need to do to jump through these hoops, and any fees that you might be exposed to. So if you are signing up for like a savings account or a checking account, there is a good chance that that bank is going to charge fees if you don't meet a minimum balance in that account or a minimum monthly deposit. So just be aware of these things so you don't get all of your profits eaten up by fees. So that's my story. Take what you will from it, and don't forget to put me on blast in the comments below on all of the stupid mistakes that I made throughout both of these experiences over the last 2 weeks. But I did just want to share this with you guys because I thought it could be a good learning experience for you guys. I know I learned a lot from this that I'm going to take with me going forward into my future credit card applications and just ways that I go through life in the future. So I definitely did learn a lot from these experiences. I hope you did as well. I hope you can take some value from the stuff we talked about today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and until next time.